Hello, hello, my friends. Let's go ahead and talk about Caramel Sundae's Pistachio Buttercream Waffles. The fragrance notes are listed as top notes of Belgian waffles and pistachio cream, a mid note of buttercream icing, and bottom notes of spices and butter. I was intrigued to purchase this fragrance because last fall they had another fragrance that was pretty similar in terms of the fragrance profile called Falloween that was also marketed as like a pistachio waffle type of fragrance. I am going to tell you guys this fragrance profile I am actually enjoying a little bit more than Falloween. Falloween I had in one of their 4-wick 40-ounce vessels. This is one of their 2-wick. I believe this is about 18 ounces of 100% soy wax. And I am going to tell you guys this fragrance profile I find a little bit more pleasing to my nose because the 4-wick of Falloween, while I eventually came to appreciate it a little bit more, I did find that the first hour of burning Falloween, there was a note in there that something came across too sweet and cloying. I'm happy to say that with this fragrance, the adjustments that might have been made are that I find that the butter and spices note, as well as the top note of the Belgian waffle, they kind of tamp down some of the buttercream icing aspect that, again, can become a little bit too sweet to my nose. The pistachio note is still definitely very forward on this fragrance, much to my approval, because you guys know that I love the way that Caramel Sundaes does pistachio. Personally, I think they do it the best in terms of home fragrance from what I have tried. So if you liked Falloween, this one is, I would say, a cousin to that fragrance, but it is not as sweet. One of my children actually said with the Falloween candle that something almost came off slightly yogurty to her nose, and that is not what is present in this fragrance. So I would say between the two, I do actually prefer this fragrance profile a little bit more. Now let's talk about the performance of this candle. I will say that the performance of this one ranges anywhere between like a 6 and a 6.5 for me, maybe at the most about a 7. I do find that this candle performs best in the closed concept spaces of my home. It does get a little bit lost out in the open concept. That being said, you guys, when I purchased this candle, I thought that in my mind, I had it in my mind that this would be a complementary fragrance to some other stronger scents that I already have in my collection, say cranberry pistachio. And then also, I was hoping for the return of oat milk and pistachio, which we do know is returning in their February 8th restock. And I will tell you guys that while I like this fragrance, it is not going to be a repurchase for me. I don't find it to be as beautifully complex as their oat milk and pistachio fragrance, which still remains my #1 pistachio fragrance from Caramel Sundaes.